Hi, I'm Leona Swift-Silver. Raised as a bard in Ilvinus, I've been on quite the adventure these past few months. After being blamed for the death of Lord Richard Kentigern and exiled from my home, I started exploring various cities and towns in San Maria, places I'd only read about as a child. I've met so many new friends, and have also endured a few difficult goodbyes. One such goodbye was with my childhood sweetheart, Roman. After learning that he not only tampered with my memory most of my years growing up, but is also a member of the Assembly, I chose to abandon my dreams of marrying him and stay with my new family. Oh, I suppose that's important. After growing up an orphan in the courts, I learned that my father gave me and my sister up in order to protect us from our mother. Did I mention that Kessra is my older sister? She's not particularly thrilled about it, but I don't doubt that she'll come around eventually. In the meantime, I'll have to be content with trying to help her fulfill a prophecy with the rest of Fate's Chosen, and find better ways to propose to my fiancé Areo Mossier. As we continue forward with great challenges awaiting us, I hope to harness the new divine oracle power given to me by the Everlight. I want to make her proud and keep my friends safe in the battles to come. One day, when the world is at peace, I hope to be with my dearest Areo, my entire family, and enjoy a happily ever after of my own.
Sup, I'm Kessra Stormbreaker, and I'm doing this against my will. I said I would do it. Didn't say how I was gonna do it. Fine, let's start over. I'm Kessra Stormbreaker, and apparently I have to save the world. Sounds dramatic, right? A nobody from the middle of nowhere gets cursed, and now she has to defeat an ancient evil. Seems like there would be somebody more qualified than an average mercenary who spent most of her time going against goblins and orcs, yeah? Well, I checked, and there isn't. So now, while everyone else is dealing with a major civil war and all hell literally starting to break loose, I get to go searching for rocks that haven't been seen in centuries. I don't have to do this by myself, and I can't tell if I'm grateful for that or not. They all, most of them anyway, seem to believe that I've got what it takes. And strangely enough, they're all willing to risk life and limb to help make that happen. But trust me, if I had my way, I'd disappear into a shitty little town in the middle of nowhere, and no one would hear from me ever again. But I don't have that luxury. So instead, I talk to my horse, listen to a shitlord in the sky, sometimes, and try to figure out if I'm going in the right direction. Man, I really hope everyone's right.
It was supposed to be a simple mission. Find the Crown Prince and convince him to come with me and lead a coup against his mother, the Empress. If only it was that simple. Who am I? When I left on this mission, I was Staff Sergeant Eldon Vale of the Imperial Army. A life of service is all I've known. I was sent away from Grassgrave when I was 16 to join the military, and since jail was my only other option, I went. I rose through the ranks rather quickly, earning a reputation for always getting the job done, no matter what. This led to being handpicked by Captain Valerie Donahart to serve under her command. In my 4 years serving under her, I learned more about leadership and friendship than I ever thought I would. She's become the most important person in my world, which made it all the more difficult to leave on this fateful mission. I did find the Crown Prince, Areo Mossier, and I convinced him to come with me to take his place as Commander-in-Chief. We were getting ready to leave when I met the Oracle, Andromeda Skyseeker. She inadvertently showed me a vision I cannot begin to understand. To make things more complicated, Areo then promoted me to captain and reassigned me to watch after Leona and Kessra and aid them in their mission to piece together the Veldahar. So here I am, in the company of people I barely know, in a world of magic and courtly intrigue I was not prepared for, separated from the one person I cannot live without. Simple, right?
Why, hello there. My name is Alexander Lightbringer, and I enjoy long moonlit walks, vigilante archaeology, and making new friends. I was born the fourth of 6 children to my well-meaning and overbearing parents. I was expected to dedicate my life to Pelor in some fashion, but I could never seem to get the hang of it. My passion for knowledge and not faith was eventually accepted, and I was to be turned into a wizard the family could be proud of. Unfortunately, the magic I am most adept at is necromancy, the one thing my family opposes with all their might. As a result, I retreated from court life and spent many lonely years researching in secret. One evening, while raiding a long-forgotten temple, I stumbled upon a genuine damsel in distress. I was intrigued by her tales of a lost well of prophecy, and by the comely paladin she traveled with. The friends I made and the truths revealed at the well changed my outlook on life and the world. I help Fate's Chosen and continue my illicit research whenever my duties in Wolfcrest allow it. Instead of languishing in obscurity, I now work to free my home from the corruption of the Empire.
In the land of Iolan, there is a village that every 5 years sends strong, young warriors to the cursed jungle of the Grim to protect an ancient artifact known as Lore Keeper. This artifact is held in a sacred, dark place, the center of a harrowing labyrinth aptly named the Hopeless Gardens. My name is Atlas Seto, and I am the current guardian of this artifact. I was on my 3rd year of duty in the Grim when I experienced my greatest failure. I fell in battle to a wizard named Alistair McGrath and his thrall, Kareen. I had almost given up hope when a group of adventurers came looking for that which I had lost. It took many long conversations, a tenuous confrontation, but eventually I made the decision to travel with them to recover the ancient gem. After some harrowing trials, self-realizations, and forged friendships, Lorekeeper was recovered. Although I felt that my mission had changed, the duty still remained, and I chose to continue on. Now, I travel with Fate's Chosen, people I call friends, working to drive back the darkness that would engulf this world and make sure the power they seek is placed in willing and capable hands.
I wasn't the crowned prince of Rayomastia when I first met Fate's Chosen. I was simply Ray, a man looking for his missing sister. While traveling with them, well, I fell in love with Leona. Unable to imagine my life without her, it became my new mission to protect my friends while I embarked on a quest of my own, to save the members of my endangered family, and save the Empire from civil war. Underlying players to this rebellion have been slowly revealed to us, and it seems to be coming to an end. My mother, the Empress, is held captive in the Nine Hells, while the Archdevil Apollyon stands in her place, bent on taking over for his master, Asmodeus. I do what I can to protect them, but this group of unlikely heroes faces a much bigger threat than just a civil war between squabbling territories. An insurmountable force threatens the prime material plane, taunting us all from just beyond our horizon.
At the same time, many factions work to their own ends both for and against the party's personal objectives. The Divine Covenant seeks to protect the Primal Ban, while the Silence claims to root out corruption at its core by any means necessary. The Cult of the Dragon aims to raise Tiamat from the Nine Hells, and the Assembly? Bent on taking over the natural world. Even the gods on high mean to meddle in the lives of a group of adventurers they have named as Fate's Chosen, to some unknowable end. In a world where nothing is black or white, good or evil, Fate's Chosen must find a way to mark their own paths and claim their own destinies. Welcome to Open for Adventure.
Have you heard of those touched by fate? Families forged through triumph and trial. Heroes to both stranger and friend lend an ear, and I'll spin you their tale.
Welcome to the stream. That's a cute face, Mindy.
The one I wake up with every day.
Yep.
It's beautiful. We love it.
Thanks.
Welcome to the 86th episode?
Holy shit.
Wait.
84th episode?
Oh, I was like, it says 84.
84th episode of Fate's
Still a
Chosen.
lot.
Wow.
Holy
Still a lot.
shiza. Tonight is a very special night, as this is going to be a bit of a mid-season finale for our fine friends here.
Except not mid.
Except not mid. 2/3 season finale. Because we will not, after tonight, we will not be having Fates Chosen for 2 weeks. We are taking a 2-week break to rest and recharge and get our juices back flowing. And then we will be back. And we were, I'll tell y'all, I'll go ahead and let y'all in on the secret. We're going to have a session 0 next week. Instead of streaming, we are going to just hang out and kind of talk about what we want for the end of this campaign. Highly encourage that you do so if you've had new people join, or if you, have been playing for a long time and things have changed. So, before we get started, why don't I have Kate give us a quick, brief summary of what has transpired in the last session.
So, 20 words or less. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I don't
God.
think I can manage that to happen. It started off nicely enough, right? Leona was changing out of her super bloody clothes, and Alexandra was talking with somebody about a super secret organization. Normal stuff. Perfectly fine. And then we all started getting heebie-jeebies. Kestra was fucking off and them on the other side of the city. Normal, right? Well, as everybody got back together, Leona said, "Hey, where's our friend Zytharia?" and tried to message Zytharia. It didn't work. So, being the nosy person that Leona is, she said, I'm going to watch my friend Zytharia. And looking, scrying on dear Zytharia, noticed that she got mugged in an alleyway, which is hard because it's Zytharia. And then we watched a giant person literally throw her over his shoulder, then carry her into a market, slam her on a table, and then Leona said, "Fuck," and ran. Everybody ran with
Leona
her.
did not use that language.
Okay. And then turns out that the person was Apollyon, and he had grabbed Zytharia because Zytharia was our friend. He killed Zytharia. Zytharia died. And then Leona and Atlas showed up real fast. Atlas was medevac number 1. Got Zytharia out of there, then Leona died. And then he got Leona out of there, and everybody's saying, oh shit, because Apollyon wants Stormbreaker. So everybody shows up. Leona is brought back to life. Zytharia is brought back to life. Oh, thank God. And as we're getting ready to square up against this guy, because he's out of our league, Leona says, "Hey, numbnuts, we gotta leave. We gotta go. Get the fuck out of here." So we... You're muted. You can't say this didn't happen. So we decide, oh, yep, nope, she's right. And we gotta go. So in the process of running, Ray almost dies. And Kestra says, oh, hey, maybe it's a good idea for me to, draw him away. So while this is happening, Atlas is doing dope monk shit, right? Literally speed bagging Apollyon's balls. And everybody but Kestra teleports to the Temple of Cord, because that's where our next thingy is. And then Kesra rides on Red, who's a Pegasus at this point in time, very far away. Apollyon says, "Ha, that's cute," and immediately teleports and tackles her off of it, then stabs her. And so now Kesra is blind, poisoned, and going 1v1 against the God of Torment. It's great. It's going to go so well. And then everybody else hopefully ended up at the Temple of Cord. We'll find out. There are also devils dropping people from the sky. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. Oh, wait, no, I did, because Eldon used fucking magic. He used fucking magic. He used anger magic, which is the best kind of magic, frankly. So a lot of shit happened. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be the best time. Nobody's gonna die. Probably.
Anger, magic, mint.
Yep.
Thank you,
Was that fast
Axolotl
enough?
Cure. That was beautiful. That was
Okay.
perfect.
All right.
Okay.
Those
So-
were direct quotes from Leona, by the way.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were.
she said those things.
I have to go back and watch.
Fate's chosen. You find yourself separated. Alexander, Atlas, Eldon, Leona, and Areo, as well as Ithariel, I'm pretty sure, have teleported, thanks to Alexander, to the nearby Temple of Cord. As you... Sorry, I have to sneeze. Oh, fuck, it's not coming.
That's you.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. As you land after this whirlwind of tearing of energy and sudden transportation, you see yourself in front of a large monument. You see, maybe 12 feet tall, a statue erected to honor Quanma Massier. And on either side of this statue are two doors, massive mahogany doors. This Temple of Cord is made of sandstone and other rock. It seemingly juts out of this desert floor and stands maybe 2-3 stories tall. At this point, you can still hear the chaos that's going on in town, in downtown. However, your tension's running high in the group. I'm getting nervous. We're all nervous. As you see this Temple of Cord, there are a few monks milling about. I wouldn't say milling. They're kind of rushing, looking around. Some of them are, you see, running inside the temple. Some looking out over the horizon to see if they can see what's going on. What do you do?
Is this the
Oh.
place?
This is the place.
This is it. Go.
The-
Hurry in.
Is Areo still disguised?
After he took that much damage? Nope.
Okay, good.
Okay. Let's go. We go in.
Yep.
We go in.
Oh, that's really hot. Yeah, you can run inside the door. Easy enough. You all rush in. As you enter this building, you see that the inside is quite large. In the center is like a pit, another pit of sand, where it looks like maybe people go to spar or train. The outside is a perimeter of solid sandstone that is smooth, and about, I would say, 20 monks walk around in various degrees, various states of panic, all wearing the, orange and red colors of Cord. Most of the monks that you see are bald, but no one pays any particular mind to you as you enter.
And DM, remind me, the player, what is the name of the particular stone that we are looking for here?
Is this one the...
The Jewel of Heaven.
Jewel of
something
Heaven.
Okay.
Do we know where it is here, or do we need to ask, or do we just need to start looking? What do we?
I was gonna say, upon a quick, can I do a quick scan? Is there anything that looks like it might be the Jewel of Heaven?
Why don't you start us off with our first roll of the night for a perception check?
Okay, well, it's either gonna be fantastic or trash. Oh, okay.
So trash then.
27. Oh, my stats went up with the last character, with the last level.
As you look around, you feel a sense of calm wash over you, just having walls around you. You recently came very close to death. you still feel very close to death. The room is a bit hazy for just a moment, and you look around, and you see an older monk who is standing at the far end of this gladiator pit, and he is not moving. He is not bothered. He is not upset. He stands there with a cane in his gnarled hands. He looks so old that his eyes seem to be closed. Sort of like a little bit of wisp of hair around his head, and he just, clearly the monk robes around his body, and he just stands there.
Eldon has Kesra's bag, correct? I'm gonna kind of halfway reach for you / the bag, and I'm gonna start walking towards this person that at least looks like if anyone's gonna know about this thing, it's gonna be him.
Well, I'm walking in step with you then, so you can do what you gotta do.
Third with you.
About how far is this pit from the doors?
I would say there's about 60 feet.
Okay. And as we were coming in, how close did the devils look? Like, looking back over the city, how close do the devils look?
They didn't look like they were making any distance. They looked like they were staying in the same area.
Okay. I will continue to follow the group.
You will continue to what?
Follow the rest of the group.
Hi. Does it look like he acknowledges us when we get closer?
Not really.
Actually, DM, before we step into the sand, is the old monk
He's
wearing...
not. He's not in the sand. He's on the edge of it.
Okay.
Excuse me. Hi. I'm Leona. I was wondering if you could maybe help us. We're looking for something. It's very important and a bit time sensitive. It's called the.
I'll kind of glance around, although
Jewel of Heaven.
It's when you utter these words that he turns to you, very slowly, as if he is in some other altered state of consciousness. Not really here, but he seems to be. His focus is drawn to you. Are you the heir?
Yes.
Very well. You must prove yourself.
How? As I said, this is a bit time sensitive. What exactly do you need to... What exactly does that look like?
You are impatient, young one.
Well, my sister could be dead right now, so yes, there is a bit of that. So, do go on. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but... Yes?
I cannot simply hand out the Jewel of Heaven.
Perfectly understandable.
This artifact has been in our possession for hundreds of years.
Yes, I understand that. If it wasn't a matter of the fate of the world, I would be so keen on having this conversation and hearing all about the years that you spent protecting it. But the city is currently being ravaged by devils, and we really need that peace.
You are worried. But the fate of the world does not hinge on those devils arriving here. The fate of the world depends on finding the proper home for the Jewel of Heaven.
Well, currently the
About
proper...
the crown.
What was that, Mindy?
Are you talking about the crown?
I'm talking about the heir.
Well, I said
I'm talking about you.
And what exactly...
What do I need to do? Do you need proof that I am the heir? Do you? Because I can show you.
Show me.
Reach for. Eldon has the bag.
Yep.
I will. I will actually. Can you get the crown?
Yeah, it's not in Kestra's. It's in my bag. So
Oh, that's right. It's in your bag.
because I'm holding on to that
You
part.
have the crown piece.
So that way
So-
I'm holding it and it's all rusty and nasty.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The bingo.
And then I
Hand it
will
over.
take it, and I will hold it in my hands.
As you do, have you held the crown before?
Yeah, we kind of passed it
Because
around.
we passed it around to see if it would glow for all of us.
Yeah. As you do, it begins to glow once again, brightly in your hands. And this man, this wizened human man, looks down at you. And he holds out his hand. Does not seem to be asking for the crown. You must prove yourself. Still. Heir of the Veldahar.
What exactly does that entail? Like I said, time is short. How long have we been talking?
Maybe 3 minutes.
He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
No. It's not happening.
Okay, he doesn't know.
Okay.
Okay. What exactly does this look like?
Give me your hand.
I'm gonna hand the crown back to Eldon.
Okay.
Does it look like he's gonna like kill me if I do this?
Make
Or,
an
like
insight
I'm
check.
gonna go to the abyss?
Make an
I
insight
mean,
check.
not that that's really that big of a deal at this point. Oh, okay. 23.
Okay.
Imagine
yeah.
Leona failing a saving.
Barred
throw.
life.
He doesn't seem to want to hurt you.
Oh, okay. All right, we don't have time for this. I'll put my hand in his.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. 17.
That might not be right. Hold on, let me make sure.
Okay.
It might be charisma. Let me check. I knew it, and then as soon as I asked for it, I second guessed myself. It is a charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. Oh,
Yes.
well, that's gonna be 25.
Okay.
I'm much better at those.
I will say,
systems.
as you know what a zone of truth spell is. Knowing as it starts to wash over you, you feel that familiar sensation. You know that you can resist. Are you going to resist?
To resist the spell?
Yeah, you can willingly fail the save.
I mean, that's fine.
Keep in mind,
I
he will know if you succeed or fail the save.
No, I will fail.
Okay. So you feel this ability to push away this effect of truth. However, knowing what it entails, you willingly let it pass over you. Describe your greatest failure. For a moment, his words echo out farther than you think they should. And you look around, and everything seems to be still. Silent. As every monk in this monastery watches. You notice that the doors are now closed and barred.
Greatest failure. I've had.
There was, a man whom I trusted. And I was very fond of him. And although I know there are other aspects that came into play that impacted the nature of our relationship, in the end, the connection that I thought we had inadvertently led to someone very important to me dying. Indirectly through me. One of the few people that cared for me as a child, truly cared for me.
You feel a wave of something rush over you, like another layer to this Zone of Truth spell. There is a figure, a woman, a captain. You used your friend and it cost your friend everything. Will your leadership cost the world everything?
No.
Actually, I need you to roll for that first one that you said. Make a persuasion check, please.
Nat 20.
Of course it is.
35.
So yeah. And then make another persuasion check for what you've just said.
Wasn't as good. Let's use it. Let's burn an auto crit.
Okay.
Because that was a lot worse.
When you must choose between the lives of everyone here and the lives of the rest of the world, what will you choose?
I'll make sure I don't have to.
Avoidance cannot win you everything. It will cost dearly. You see him stand a little straighter. You get a flash in your mind of Kesra, Eldon, Atlas, Alexander, Zytharia, Areo, Andromeda. Each one of them falling to their death in the battle that is to come. What makes you fit to wear this crown?
I'm not quite sure if anyone is fit to wear a crown like this. But I do know that what I am trying to accomplish, what we are trying to accomplish, is bigger and important, and that we don't take this responsibility lightly. We have sacrificed much to get to this point. We are prepared to sacrifice much more to continue on.
What will you do with the crown once you have destroyed Apollyon?
I don't know what use we would have of it after. We certainly wouldn't be using it for our own nefarious plans. Our goal is simply to take care of Asmodeus. We haven't put much thought into anything beyond that. We just want to keep the world from ruin.
Roll for persuasion.
29.
Oh yeah. That'll probably do it. He takes a deep breath and lets it go. There was only one problem. You are not the one prophesized. You are not cursed by Alastron.
The one you're waiting for is facing.
You are
down
not born
Apollyon.
of the Hunter's Moon. Do not interrupt me. You would lie to gain what you need, what you want. Come back with the one prophesized, and we can talk. Only then will I consider relinquishing its power. You see that around you, Atlas, Alexander, every single monk in here, all 20 of them are armed and looking hostile. You do not know if it is directed at you or getting ready for something to come, but...
Yeah.
Atlas.
Adeo is with us, correct?
He is.
I would like to take a step back and then push him forward.
Araya looks at you and shakes his head. I will not lie.
It is a lie. Is it a lie if you both fit the criteria?
I will not lie.
Well then, it seems we have a problem.
Speaking of which... Kestra!
Yeah?
Why don't you describe for me what's going on with you?
Okay. Well, last I recall, I was body slammed from the back of my steed into a street. I don't know where the fuck the street is. Stabbed with a poison thing that hurt like shit. I can no longer see, but I can sort of stand. So I'm standing with my greatsword at the ready, hopefully pointing in the right direction, trying not to vomit or fall over,
Do you
and
remember?
also keep my balance.
Do you remember the last thing that I said to you before we ended last session about what you felt?
Poison?
Nope.
I generally recall there was a clanging
There was a clanging
of metal.
of metal.
Street band?
Probably.
Okay.
You hear a great clanging of metal just before a violent crash and a wave of heat washes over you, almost singeing your eyebrows. It's so hot, but it's not the sulfuric scent that you know comes with a fiend encounter. This is something else. This has a taste of iron, almost. And you hear Apollyon growl. You! And that is when the clanging of metal starts. You hold your sword, almost shaking, trembling from the sheer exhaustion of your muscles as you hold your greatsword, waiting for this blow to come. And it doesn't. You feel a hand on your chest. A warm, gentle hand on your chest that takes you and shoves you down onto the ground. And as it does, you are going to be cured of your blindness.
Oh. Well, that's a shame, because I definitely swing it wildly when I get shoved back.
Make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Okay. I rolled 2 12s.
Which brings you to?
It's just a normal ass greatsword.
Yeah.
So, 23?
Okay, roll for damage.
Okay. Sorry, thanks to whoever healed me, but sorry, I'm a little pent up right now.
That's fine.
Yeah, this is just straight greatsword because magic isn't a thing. That's 10 slashing damage.
Your sword connects with what sounds like plate mail. As you're shoved, as you are shoved, if you don't mind me taking this liberty, shoved back onto the ground. And your vision comes back to you. You see a flash of white wings. And there is a woman standing in front of you. Except she's not a woman at all. In full plate mail is this figure. Otherworldly beauty, a helmet upon her head that does nothing to contain the fiery red hair that floats above her with these massive angelic white wings that protrude in 20 feet. She carries 2 massive swords, a great sword in each hand, with glowing red eyes. You hear a familiar voice say to you, from those lips, "Back away." As she turns and lunges straight for Apollyon. And the two, I've already rolled out this encounter because I didn't want to roll it in front of you guys.
Lay it out for us, DM. While I scoot, watermelon crawl backwards, slowly.
And essentially, these 2 immensely tall figures locked in battle, neither of them making any progress in taking the other down. It's an entirely too close battle where these 2 figures are so evenly matched that each one of their strikes is parried and blocked by the other. Do you know who this is? Does Kesra know who this is?
You know, I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay.
Because there's a lot happening. That's a natural 20. So, I'm going to say yes. She doesn't know how. She doesn't quite get it. Lots of question marks. But that voice was very, very, very distinct. This has to be Red.
You watch for what feels like an hour, though it is only a matter of 10, 15, 20 seconds passes as these two lock in battle. And finally, you see Red look over at you, look down at her swords, and then close her eyes. She begins to emanate this white light from her body, and she takes both of her hands, dropping her swords, and grasps Apollyon's face. And in a blink of an eye, they both disappear. The devils scream and begin to fly around, flapping their wings frantically, looking around for their leader. And they seem to be scattering. What are you going to do?
I am going to, because I assume I am still on my back, probably propped up by like one elbow and one arm.
Definitely.
I am going to just drop onto my back for like a split second in the dust, dirt, wherever the fuck I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a really big breath. Then I'm going to roll up, probably use my sword to help get me back up onto my feet. Holy shit. Okay, alright, okay. And I'm gonna try and figure out where the fuck I am, because I just flew in a direction. I don't know where I am.
Make a survival check.
Okay. Oh, that's off of into my lap. It's fine. It's a 19 plus survival. It's a 20. That's a 30.
Oh yeah, you know your way around this area pretty well. Something about it just seems really familiar, and you find yourself knowing exactly where you need to go. Knowing exactly where you are.
I'm gonna real gently knock my chest plate over where the Mire of the Dawn is. Just kinda, alright, okay. And I'm gonna start jogging towards the temple.
The temple, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit. It's gonna make using her as a steed real fucking awkward now. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna start.
Why don't you make an
moseying.
athletics check for me to see how quickly you can get over there?
Well, okay, this dice really likes me, because that's another 19, which means that's another 30. So the sisters rolled real good tonight.
Yeah, they are.
So
You two find yourself in front of the Temple of Cord. The doors are closed. There's no one around. What do you do?
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
Oh yeah? Just knock, just... Your pizza's here. What do you do?
Excuse me. I'm just gonna I'm gonna be real obnoxious. I'm just
Are you
gonna
pounding
knock.
or are you knocking?
Well, I'm gonna start off with the knocking, but I'm just gonna continuously make noise on the door until I am pounding on the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep making noise on the. I'm gonna be that obnoxious asshole.
Do we hear this?
At this point, once the pounding start, oh my god, I can't believe I just said that.
I feel like we all kind of exchange glances and are like, is that surely
Yeah, Eldon would definitely have heard that.
Yeah.
is that
Open up.
oh god.
The
Oh,
monk-
guess who?
That's what I heard.
Guess who?
You said you wanted the air. She's here, so I'm gonna go get that real quick.
I'm gonna scurry over to the door, and I'm gonna open it. Why are you? I'm taking inventory. Does she look like she's dying?
Pretty close.
Great. 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 I will grab your arm and pull you in, and while I do so, I will cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I will send you that in a minute.
Okay.
And pull you over to the gentleman that was not persuaded by my pretty words.
What Hi. I see y'all made it. Did I miss anything?
We clearly did.
And it would appear you're just in time.
It's a long story, but it's a real short story, but it's long. It's complicated.
Considering the doors didn't burst open behind you, I assume that you're not being followed by an army of devils?
Like I said, it's complicated. But no. Although I don't know that I had anything to do with it.
All right.
It's out.
Later.
Yeah.
Later. Yeah.
So.
Later.
God, I have a headache. All right.
Hey, so, well, I guess we, this is Kesra.
Stop.
She is also an heir. She will be
Oh,
the
yeah.
one wearing the crown. Although technically I didn't lie. I did say I was just an heir, and I referred to us as we the whole time.
Kesra, this monk you watch lets out a deep sigh. Holds out his hand to you.
Are you gonna stab me through the chest?
No, he's just going to ask you some questions.
Metaphorically, then. I see. And I'm gonna. Why the fuck not? I will take his hand.
There's a long silence. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
You can also willingly fail. You would recognize this as a son of true.
This-
Charisma.
Again, rolled
Charisma, mother bitch.
a 29, and I will definitely not as quickly. I will definitely like. There's a lingering moment to make it. Yeah, right. And I'll fail it.
Okay. There's a long time. Y'all notice, the rest of you notice, an incredibly long time where nothing is said. And then he speaks. I have seen you through the eyes of your sister.
Great.
And now I ask you, what makes you worthy to wield the Veldahar?
Honestly? Nothing.
There's a long silence. And he withdraws his hand. Glances around at the other monks. And then reaches into the folds of his robes and pulls apart an amulet. Within it is a beautiful piece of jade. I have guarded the Jewel of Heaven for decades. This temple has guarded the Jewel of Heaven
since its arrival here. Some have come looking, questioning, asking. You are the first to give me the answer. And he hands over the last piece of the Veldahar to you. All of the monks stand down.
That's it.
Should I take it back?
I mean,
No, no, thank you. No.
okay.
Stormbreaker,
Yeah.
in your own despair, you abandoned your family, your duty, and your destiny. The difficulties ahead are far beyond such things. The consequences more deadly than the undead. Hold fast to your conviction, and you'll succeed. Make an insight check.
All right. Well. I'm going to use, I have 4. I'm going to use an auto crit because my dice rolled a 4. Which makes it it's 26.
Okay. Kessler, you are shocked because there is something about the way he looks at you, as if he knew everything that you had ever done, every guilt you had ever faced, every fear that had ever gripped your heart. The hair rises on the back of your neck and your shoulders and arms, because he knew all of this about you, and yet he relinquished the control of the Jewel of Heaven anyway. You wonder, is this what it feels like to have someone believe in you? Is this what your friends have been giving you all of this time? What your deity has been giving you all of this time? And that you were too afraid of failure to see. The afternoon is yours, Fates Chosen.
I am going to turn to Atlas. Well, a guardian has given up their charge to the person they are supposed to.
To the point you're trying to make.
I think it's time.
She has not asked for it.
Indeed, she has not.
And I walk closer.
2?
Alexander. And when she does, she will be weighed and measured before I give it up. And I walk past them and out the door.
When he is 20 feet away from me, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is there any verbal or somatic components to this?
Yes.
Is it a concentration?
It is concentration.
Okay.
17.
Atlas floats 20 feet in the air, unable to move.
Do I?
As soon as this happens, you feel a longsword at your throat.
At my throat?
Yes.
Misty Step.
Well, okay. Okay. All right. So I already had rolled to hit. I was gonna let him talk to you for a second, but if as soon as you feel, as soon as
I
you,
feel threatened, I mean,
okay, he will Misty Step right behind you, and he will make an attack roll. All right, he's gonna hold the blade to your throat again. You see Areo. Put him down. There's no need for this.
Play DM. Given my ring, can I be held with this?
it's levitate. It's not a. It doesn't restrain you. It doesn't impose the restrain condition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alexander, are you sure you want to go down this path?
I am sure that these monks are more knowledgeable than you about who and what should have the Veldahar.
Hold the fuck on. Like, fucking timeout. Okay. Alright. I must still have a headache from getting knocked off of my flying horse by fucking Apollyon. What did I miss? Because this... What's that? What? Alexander, what the fuck are you doing?
Put him down now.
I'll lower him to the ground.
Areo. As soon as he's down on the ground, Areo will sheath his blade.
You're muted, Mindy.
You're muted, Mindy.
It's been a very trying day. I think maybe it would be best if we all just go back to the tavern, see if there's anything we can do to help clean up the mess that was left behind. I imagine since no devils followed you, I mean, I suppose they could still be. Were they just not following you, Kesra, or they?
Well, I don't actually know if they're gone.
Okay, so
They're,
maybe we hold off on this conversation because, you know, we're all a bit high energy right now. Let's go make sure the devils are gone, and then we can have a conversation over some tea or ale, or I don't know. Let's go. I'm walking towards the door, but I'm not walking so fast as to not. There's like a. I'm walking towards the door as like a follow me, but like I'm obviously trying to make sure people are actually following me to the door.
Yeah, I'm in step.
Fighting.
I'm walking in step with Leona.
Areo is waiting for Kesra.
I'm going to go side by side with Zaitaria and assist her in walking. Side-eyeing Alexander the entire time.
I'm going to go over to Kesra.
One last look at head monk dude. Going to put the Jewel of Heaven next. Gonna put it next to the Light of the Dawn. Need a fucking drink. And I'm going to walk out with Alexander. And And Areo.
Areo will walk out behind you.
And Atlas, you said you were helping Zytharia?
Ah,
All right, then I'll drop concentration on levitate.
Okay. It is a long walk back.
As we walk back, I will talk to Alexander. I may have been healed by Leona, but I am still very tired, and I definitely still look completely like shit.
Bless you.
I appreciate it. But if he had no intention of giving it, he would never have come with us.
You're right. It's still not his place, though.
As much as I want to agree with you, it kind of is. We just took the temple with us. That's all. Now, if he tries to leave, maybe, it's a bridge we'll cross when we get there. But I appreciate it, though.
I've got your back. Always. Now, how the fuck did you get away from Apollyon?
I still don't quite 100% get it, so I'm just gonna wait until everyone is,
All right. Lie to me then.
Oh,
Make
God.
something up.
The horse turned into a person and body slammed him into nothing. I don't fucking know. I don't get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then when he disappeared, all the little devils went nutso.
Which
So
is,
I don't know.
I mean, good.
Yeah,
Good.
they're not dropping people anymore, but I don't actually know where they are. So it's kind
Something
of
for another day.
yeah. Oh, fuck. Yep. Is Ray listening? Is Ray?
Ray is scanning the skies looking for what you can imagine as fiends. He's trailing a fair bit behind. You eventually find yourselves back in your tower.
How is the city looking?
And there's generally a sense of panic that lingers. People are kind of looking before they cross roads, before they turn down alleys, but there doesn't seem to be any chaos currently.
Okay. If while we pass through that area, if there's anything that can be immediately fixed-ish, I'll pause and cast some mendings. Although I imagine most damage, if there is any, would be pretty significant, but...
There's not a lot of structural damage that you see.
Okay.
There were no actual explosions, just mostly people falling from the sky.
Okay, well, if anybody needs healed...
Not that you see.
Okay.
Unless you want to go back through the market.
We're following where you go.
I would like to pause at the market and kind of do a quick scan. Can I do a
The
quick
market
scan without walking?
It's not on the way to your tavern. You would need to be going there intentionally.
I will turn back to everybody. I just want to go check in with the market. I don't think there are any devils around. If anyone wants to join me, by all means. Otherwise, I imagine a quick step through and then back to the tavern for maybe a nap and drink.
And, I will come with you. All those people that the devils raised and dropped, it was horrible. If only someone had had the power to maybe catch them or stop them from falling.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Please, not now.
You know, I can only keep so many things in my brain, in a day. We weren't on an airship. I don't keep Featherfall prepared when I'm solidly on the ground.
But yes,
Maybe.
Liana, let us go and check on people.
I'm gonna glance to Kessera because, we'll meet you back at the tavern.
Yeah.
Maybe some space will be good.
Yeah.
And I will go towards the marketplace. Does Zytharia come with us, or does she need to go lay down because she had a day?
She needs time. She needs a nap, but she'll go with you just in case.
Okay.
When we're back at the inn.
Araya goes with you, by the way.
Okay. I can't remember. What was our room situation at the inn?
It's a great question. Truly. Pretty sure it was 3 rooms.
Okay.
Maybe 4.
There was...
Ray and Leona, Kessler and Alexander, Atlas and Alden.
Was Zai with?
Zai's not staying with y'all.
Oh, that's
she
right.
wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just need to get something from my room really quick. And as I pass by Eldon and Atlas's room, I'm going to make sure that the door is closed. I'm going to touch the door. And I'm going to cast Arcane Lock with the password. And then go just get something from my room, and then come back downstairs and just whisper, just kind of, Eldon, you're with Leona, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to send Eldon a sending. And it's just going to be 1 word. Or no, it's going to be 3 words. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Let me see.
Maybe 4. Okay, 7.
Yeah, I know.
10 words?
25.
25.
25.
Swordfish.
It's always swordfish.
We'll just make it Kessera is the heir. That's just what I'm going to send him.
I know. Okay.
And then I'm going to go back down to the common room and sit down with Kessera and buy ourselves a round of drinks.
Arayo sits on the opposite side of the bar.
While we're sitting and drinking, after I've gone through probably one entire one, and I'm working on my second pint, Blondie, I know you know how to play nice. I know you know how to be a whole hell of a lot more subtle than dangling somebody that's been with us for couple of weeks now in the air because he said something he didn't like. Don't get me wrong. If it had been like literally anyone else, it would have been pretty great. But it would have been funny. Sorry. Would have been funny. But I know I'm supposed to technically be able to do this by myself, but I definitely don't fucking think I can.
That's why we're here for you. That's why I'm here for you.
I know. Moral of the story is, can you like wait to have the pissing contest until after I've done whatever it is I say whatever it is I'm supposed to do. I know exactly what I'm supposed to fucking do.
You kind of need
Damn
the
it.
thing he has to do the thing you're supposed to do.
Yeah. But like I feel like it's not the best way to get him to give it to me. Generally speaking.
Perhaps. It's been a intense day.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I'm sorry if I made things difficult. I'll apologize to him.
I was just gonna go for it, don't do it again, but alright. Not yet anyway. Maybe wait. Honestly, Blondie, I'm just kind of waiting for somebody to stab us in the back.
There are a couple of people out there.
Yeah. I'd rather limit the amount of people inclined to do so, you know?
Oh, I don't think you have anything to worry about from Atlas. I might, but I don't think you do.
And that helps me how?
I mean,
I'm a
all right.
little invested in your physical well-being, Blondie.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, so maybe don't dangle the guy that's fucking played speed bag with the God of Torment's nuts.
How else am I supposed to fight him? That's the only way to keep him from playing Torment's nuts with me.
The point is, Blondie, is you don't fight him yet. You wait.
I know.
I'm not saying don't ever. Because that would be good to see, 60 paces away, see if you can get a shot on him before he actually makes it to you. That's the point. You want him pointed away from you, not at you.
That's what I had him pointed away from me.
Oh God, that's not the point. I need something stronger than this. Barkeep.
I get what you're saying, Kespra. No, I do.
I appreciate it, though.
You're welcome.
Let's hope your efforts aren't actually necessary.
I think you're right that perhaps I was a bit hasty.
Perhaps. Okay.
I said I was. I'm just using florid language.
Yeah, what? Isn't that when it's...
Flowery.
Oh, no, that's not what I was thinking of, right?
Can't say I've ever really had a problem with that, but...
It's fair. That's why I was confused.
Back at the ranch. Atlas, Cytharia, Eldon, and Leona. You make your way back to the marketplace. And Leona, as soon as you step out, you immediately find yourself looking at, standing on a stained bit of stone. Crimson stained. The market is empty. Several stalls are completely destroyed.
At this point, it looks like it has been abandoned.
Well,
There's no devils, no nothing.
Not with your perception, no, you would know.
no devils, nobody's still lingering who might need some help.
It doesn't look like it.
DM,
Tony.
by any chance, do I see my spear anywhere that I threw at the Palion?
Roll perception.
Only a 10.
Unfortunately, no.
I'll get a new one.
I would say, if it's important to you, you could spend more time looking for it, and that would increase your odds of finding it. But if you just want to do a quick scan, we'll hold that 10.
The 10 is fine.
Okay.
Well,
Is there anything you want to do, Leona? I don't really see anybody.
there's no bodies or anything either. Like, it's all been taken care of.
Looks like it.
It's like the work here is done.
We did spend a little bit of time in that temple.
Yeah.
Right. No, this is fine. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing more we could do. Is it safe to assume, because we were there for at least 2 rounds of people falling? Nah, it's okay. I mean, so there are like little place, like little stands, right? But they're like, I mean, I will pick up a few things, but I mean, we can go back.
Sorry you couldn't accomplish what you wanted, Leona.
It's okay. Let's go get some drinks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull Atlas while we're walking back. It's fine. Leona doesn't have much to hide anyway. You do plan to give it to her, don't you?
When she's ready to ask me.
Okay.
In all of this time, she has not once ever asked for me to give it to her. She has not wanted it, so I have not given it.
That makes sense.
She is not rushing head on into her destiny. She is wading very slowly into it.
Some might argue that that is the safer route.
For some. But yes. When the time comes, I will have her back.
Okay.
Alexander, on the other hand.
Okay, so it was a really stressful day, and I'm not saying what he did was at all acceptable. But it has been a long journey to get here. And he cares a lot about her.
Clearly.
And, you know, I think sometimes, and and I guess I can relate to this too. I think sometimes he feels like if he can show her that he believes in her, that he believes that in what she's doing, in her capacity to get things done, that maybe she'll start to believe it, which I can relate to. I just, I go about it a bit differently. I do think it comes from a place of caring. And again, I'm not saying what happened was okay.
His thirst for knowledge, his lack of empathy for anybody else, his chosen school of magic, his temper.
Everybody has a list of grievances they have against other people.
But not everyone can rip someone's soul from their body or raise people from the dead.
Not everyone can see into the future and spend days in the abyss.
Not everyone can speed bag on Apollyon's balls either.
Oh, that's also
Sorry,
true.
I'm sorry.
We already knew you were listening. It's
I'm
fine.
always listening. Y'all know it's fine.
I would
It is
have walked another 100 feet back if I thought
Yeah,
it was worth doing.
you just have to be out of sight. That's fine.
It is
That ain't
fine.
a secret.
Look, I have known Alexander for a long time. And we have always been friends. But even I will admit that his ambition... Well, I have been worried about it blinding him. Lorekeeper was his to look for. Before anyone even knew about the Veldahar.
He thought it was a book.
Of great
have it in-
power.
Notes. It was on my to-do list.
All I am saying is I'm going to keep an eye on him for now.
You and me both, trust me.
Wouldn't be surprised if he was keeping an eye on you. But as it stands right now, we are all walking in the same direction.
Speaking of, we still have. There was a lot of tension, and I didn't want to bring it up right away, but we still have not dealt with the Roman situation.
Yep.
Well, I imagine we I mean, we have what we need. We could leave.
I assumed we were going to rest up and then get on out.
I don't know how long people need to rest. I'm personally not feeling super great myself. I know Kessler probably wouldn't mind a fair night's rest.
Leona.
Yep.
We came to Quan Mall, and trouble followed us. We went to the Dune to Thread, and trouble followed us. How much more collateral damage is going to follow in our wake before we take responsibility for it? We cannot run. He needs to be dealt with.
Does make a point.
And my sisters leave here now. That is not something I am willing to put on the line. If this Roman is following you, was to say he does not know about them.
I know you're right.
Might be time.
Right.
Obviously, we'll talk to everyone else, but Ray's here. Got Zytharia with us. Might not be a better time.
I'm
can
going
point
to
some of
need
Alex-
some sleep.
Well,
Yeah.
of course, my dear.
Yeah. He's still, what, a day out? Based on what we know?
We will have
Guessing.
to see.
Yeah, because that
We
was
were-
the approximation
That
we
was
have.
the hopeful.
The approximation was we have one more day because this all happened in one day. Y'all, it's been
Yeah.
a day.
It's been a day.
It's about this time that you make your way back to the tavern, and where we will take our first and only break. I don't know why I say our first break.
Our first of 7 breaks tonight.
Oh, God.
Where we take a quick break. Everybody, please get up and get some water and stretch. Feed your self and pet your animals and wash your hands.
I'm going to go and get some delightful dryad tea.
Hey!
Oh,
Which are you
I
gonna get
do.
the Lagrange Gray or
Oh, baby, I love your madness.
or Fate's Chosen?
I really
I accidentally sent us to break. Whoops. I
Oh.
had my hand on the button.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
No, we're not on break.
it's fine.
We were for a
Yeah, she
moment.
brought us
We were
back.
for a moment.
Oh.
Hi, everybody.
I'm going to get some wonderful Fates Chosen from Dryad tea.
Excellent, excellent. All right, friends, we'll be right back.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so. Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high-quality Dungeons & Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wonder what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrit. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our Undying Love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi. My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by Found Familiar. Did you know that every bag of Found Familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of Found Familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by Found Familiar in conjunction with Devin Rue. Now that's canon. Found Familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal.
all a little stressed. It's fine.
It wouldn't be an open for adventure stream if I didn't fuck it up. It's fine. I just work here. Okay. The party has been reunited at the tavern. Zytharia kind of limps into the tavern and looks between Kessler and Alexander, and Araya sitting. She's like, I think I'm just gonna go upstairs and take a little nap. Atlas, can I go in your room?
Yeah.
Ah, of course.
Okay.
Eldon, do you have issue with that?
Nope.
Yeah, I will walk you up.
Okay.
I'll probably move from the bar to a table so that we can all sort of look at each other ish. Because I imagine everyone has questions. I have questions. I imagine everybody has questions. So. I'm going to wait to tell my story until Atlas gets back downstairs, though.
Atlas, you make your way upstairs with Zytharia, and your door is locked.
That is odd.
Is it locked?
Well, give me a moment. Let me see if I can get it open. And I will attempt to pick the lock.
I don't think that works if I'm correct, Alexander.
Does
Let
it?
me see here.
Pretty sure lockpicking does not work on lock and lock.
Nope, it doesn't.
It's not a physical lock. So yeah.
Only knows that. Atlas doesn't know that.
You go and try to pick this lock, and after a second, Zytharia just sighs. She puts her hand on the door. There's a dark energy that washes over the door, and then it opens.
I roll my eyes. I can only imagine what that was.
Well, I am too tired to put up with it, so she face first into your bed. Doesn't even take off her shoes.
I will take off her shoes and tuck her in, get the glass of water, put it on the nightstand.
Thank you, Atlas.
I will come and check on you later, and I will kiss her on the forehead.
She gently grabs your hand before you leave and then lets it go. You find the rest of your party, Kessler, Alexander, Atlas. Wait, you are Atlas? Kessler, Alexander, Eldon, and Leona, as well as Areo, all gathered at a table downstairs.
Is there a seat by Leona or Eldon?
Oh, yeah. There's a seat by Leona.
I'll sit by Leona.
So, did y'all make it like straight to the temple? Did that actually work?
We did.
Oh. Yeah.
So, what happened?
Well, the bitch tackled me off a red, which hurt. Kind of why I was so, it's fine. Stabbed me with some poison shit. Said some super badass line about being the god of torment or whatever. I couldn't see. It was terrifying. So I don't actually, that's the important part. I couldn't see. I went blind. So I don't, I said a thing to Paylor. And then there was a lot of really loud banging. What's-his-nuts got really mad. And then I'm pretty sure Red turned into a person. So I see, I understand. Brain said the same face that y'all are showing.
Go on.
But pretty sure except Red was like 10 feet tall and had wings and held a great sword in each hand, which is fucking badass. Went, I don't know, she kind of went toe to toe with what's his nuts, and then started glowing, and then grabbed him, and then disappeared. And when they disappeared, that's when all the other devils started going crazy, I guess.
Did it remind you of when Marshall, was it similar? Or, I mean, you said a big light?
Right.
Maybe? I get, sure? It was, I may have still been hopped up on whatever poison shit was on that dagger. I'm gonna be really honest. But I'm pretty sure she cured me of it before the glowy thing. I have no fucking idea.
Do you think that she will be staying in humanoid form?
I'm pretty sure she wasn't allowed to be in humanoid form last time we talked about it. So I'm not sure why she suddenly.
Can you try to summon her?
I wonder if she will want this sword back.
What?
Oh, the sunblade that Alexander gave me. It's hers. Or it was hers. Till, the falling.
I can ask next time.
I'm happy to return it if she wants it back.
It might have been I have no idea. I have no clue. I said, Paylor, please fucking help me. And then suddenly my horse was a 10-foot tall woman with 2 giant great swords and wings, kicking ass. I assume they're connected, but also I don't fucking know. I have no idea. That's what happened.
Could you summon her today?
Probably.
Try?
Yeah, that takes, even if I do it right the first time, it takes like 10 minutes. And I would like to take a nap. So. And I imagine she wants to take a nap.
Right. I just thought maybe it would be good to see if she's okay.
That's a good point. So, now what?
Well, as I was talking to Leona, Zataria, and Eldon about on our walk back, we still have one more thing that we need to take care of while we are here. Killing Roman.
Did I know about that? Did y'all send me a message? Because I was gone when
Yes.
that revelation happened.
I sent a message to Alexander, and Alexander told you.
Okay. That was 3 sessions ago.
Yeah.
Just last night.
Checking. Just double checking. What is time? Fuck, I forgot all about that shithead.
I have not.
Neither have I.
If he is on his way. Oh, go ahead, Eldon.
I was going to say I'm kind of on the same page as Atlas. We are going to have to deal with him sooner or later. And this is one of the few times we know exactly where he's going to be.
I think it's a sound idea. I mean, he had to have been something of a mover and shaker in the plot to put Apollyon on the throne. Devils don't come to this plane naturally. Usually they have to be summoned.
So, he will be here soon. And when he comes, we will be ready. And we will deal with him.
I have a question. Where?
That's a good question.
I mean, I'm not particularly fond of the fact that people were dropping from the sky today. Fighting in a big city is not.
The city has seen enough. If we could at least meet him on the outskirts.
Is that
Yeah.
a quarry or a gravel pit or anything that we can use to fight where we can minimize any collateral damage?
Would I know, DM?
Within the city limits, there's not anything that you
But
can
like
think of.
outside of the city limits.
Sure, the
would I
whole
be
area is made of
familiar
sand,
with-
so.
We know of one spot that I think we would have a reasonable reason to be there. He might not question it as a trap. I wouldn't go inside again, but there's the Tower of.
Yeah.
We just gotta like leave him breadcrumbs.
Well, I mean, if I don't cast non-detection on Leona, I'm sure he'll find us.
Yep.
And if we're by a noticeable landmark out in the desert, it's a suggestion. If there are other places, I feel like if we set up in a quarry, he'll
Yeah.
might. I mean, he's probably going to come in forewarned anyway, but he might be a little bit more on guard if we're just sitting in a quarry waiting for him.
Okay. So we lure him there. We unfortunately have something that he wants very much.
Sure, we have lots of things he wants very much.
Yep.
So we use them as bait.
Can't wait to break every bone in his body.
Leona, are you alright, dear?
Leona Areo grabs her hand under the table.
I'll give it a squeeze. I'm fine. It's just you can't run for.
Indeed, you can't. But you're not. You're not alone.
I know.
It's not just you and Areo in the tavern this time. And if I remember correctly, Areo gave him quite the run for his money just when it was him, so.
Until the part where he killed me.
Well, I mean.
Semantics.
Yes.
Who hasn't
but-
died at this point?
Most of
My-
you.
My hand tightens at the mention of the last real encounter we had with Roman.
Holden, do you have any input?
No. I don't know him that well. I've only had one run in with him, and I don't know what he's got with him. I don't know what he's bringing. I don't know what he plans. I don't know him.
Leona, you said he had 8 figures? 10 figures?
10
10 riders.
10 riders cloaked.
So we'll probably be outnumbered. A little bit.
This is where tactics comes into play.
I don't suppose any of those figures were exceptionally tall.
DM, were any of the figures particularly tall?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, I mean like Apollyon tall.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know what this is, but it's amazing.
As big as you.
I want one.
Yeah.
I think it's a mimosa. Sorry, I'm distracted from the game.
Either way, I think we need to get ready for a big fight. We need to be ready for anything.
We're going to need some sleep, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And as I pound down my third beer since we got here,
I like to think that Eldon says that out loud.
I'm going to head on upstairs. And I get up without ceremony and just go upstairs. I do poke into Kisra's room and drop off the bag.
Right before Eldon leaves, as he's going up the stairs, I want to say, be careful of the door. It stuck a little when I took Zytharia up there.
There's
All
definitely
right.
be a small smirk on my face, but seeing as Zythari didn't come down with you, I'm not saying anything.
I noticed the smirk and I put two and two together.
Eldon's a smart man. Eldon, when you go upstairs to your room, you find a dead to the world tiefling curled up with a pillow around her ears, just like hair a mess. There's still blood in her hair. She's still, but she's out.
It's fine. I quietly set my stuff down, take out my sword, sit on the edge of my bed, and using brain words, say, "All right, bud. What the fuck was that today?"
You hear the sigh. What exactly do you mean?
Oh, throwing white flames from the sky onto Apollyon. That is not something I've ever done. And I know that had to be you.
Are you angry?
I'm confused because I don't feel like I'm getting answers.
There is a small amount of the divine in your soul. And in moments of trepidation or high adrenaline, it is not unrealistic that you may access that. Sorcery.
And wonders never cease here. Okay, so
Should I? Well, continue.
is that something I have control over?
As much as any other sorcerer.
Excellent. That seems very useful. What happened to put you in this state where you could end up with me?
Why don't you make a persuasion check with an advantage? Never mind, you've got 5 advantages. Fuck you, I'm taking your advantage back. I'm sorry, Thane, I love you.
That's okay.
I just saw your outline.
What
Make
was it again?
A persuasion check.
Persuasion. I'll use advantage on it anyway. With advantage, I got a 7. You know what? Let's use a crit on it.
Okay. That brings you down to 2 auto crits?
Yep.
Okay. There's a long pause. Maybe you worry that There's not going to be an answer. And just when you feel that frustration begin to roil up, I was attacked. Assaulted. By a creature commonly known as the Mad Lich King. During his dark ritual that they used to try and resurrect me into something beyond the natural. I used the last amount of my energy to escape. Had I not found a host, I would have perished.
They were trying to bring you?
I was trapped. That's what I mainly remember, or am aware of. Trapped within a circle of dark magic. They have a staff with both the hand and the eye.
Ruby?
No.
No? Okay.
No, something far darker than that. Something sinister. I landed first in your friend, but his body could not contain me. Yours could.
Is there a way to free you from this?
That I do not know. Perhaps with enough time and magic. Perhaps.
I assume you know everything I know because you're with me. You know what quest we're on. You know what we're trying to do.
That assumption is correct.
Do you have any particular insights into that?
Fighting Asmodeus. Let me back this up. Asmodeus gained his rule in an unseemly way by taking his power from another, greater than him. That rule can only be truly ended by giving that power back. That being said, if you do not wish to resurrect he who was, you may be able to defeat Asmodeus for a time. Say 50 years, 100. But not truly.
Bring back he who was and he's gone forever.
The process of bringing back he who was will ultimately destroy Asmodeus.
Perfect. I'm sorry you're in the position you're in.
While I thank you, it is I who should be apologizing.
Not to me, I hope. I'm just a person.
Do you
Nothing special.
truly believe that?
I tell you, I don't know what to believe anymore. I honestly, I don't know if what I've done in my life is a result of you or me or what. And really, it doesn't matter when it comes down to it. It's all new to me. I trying to wrap my head around it. I think I've got a good grasp at this point. So is there other stuff I can do besides throw fire around? Do you know? Do I just need to try stuff and figure it out? I mean, if I'm going to be doing this, it's got to be useful, right?
First, I must say, you are wise beyond your years, Elden Vale. And you are correct, it does not matter. There is no difference at this point, for you are chosen by fate. As far as your powers are concerned, well, there is no limit.
Oh, cool. I apologize for being so aggressive. I've had a day.
I noticed.
Yeah. Do I have to contact you or can you contact me willingly?
I prefer not to intervene unless absolutely necessary. And you are doing just fine on your own.
So far.
I'm already interfering enough by simply my presence. But
I don't mind.
with this sword, now I can speak to you. It has been a quiet few decades.
Yeah, I imagine so. I appreciate your insights and your help.
Always.
If I can figure out a way to restore you, I'll do it.
Thank you.
I'll put the sword up and lay down and try to sleep.
Easy enough. The rest of you?
Honestly, after Eldon gets up to go to bed, I'm probably going to finish whatever drink's in front of me and just realize just exactly how tired I am, body and soul. And I am going to y'all can figure out what to do about what's this shit without me. As long as I get to break some bones, I trust y'all to figure it out. I need to sleep. So, have a good night.
Kestra, before you leave, you get a message in your head.
Great.
You see Areo staring at his empty glass, but you hear his voice in your head. I need to talk to you. Shall I wait until the morning?
I will very slowly get up out of my chair. And I will start walking towards the stairs. And once I reach the stairs and have my hand on a thing, because suddenly I am very focused on walking in a straight line, because I am both tired and tipsy. Once I have my hand on the rail, I will say back via brain words, up to you. And I'm going to start very slowly walking up the stairs.
Areo will give Leona a kiss on the cheek. I'll be back. And he follows after Kesra. When he gets to the top of the stairs with you, he kind of gives you a sheepish smile and, my room or yours?
Well, I vote mine, because once I sit down, I'm probably not going to stand back up again until morning. So...
He waits for you to proceed?
Yep. I'm going to head over to my room. And I'm going to sit on my bed. And I'm going to start unbuckling very slowly all of the beat up, knocked around, stabbity tackledy buckles.
Sure. He pulls up a chair from out of the corner and sits in it facing you. You did well today. I honestly didn't know if that answer was going to work.
Well, sometimes I don't always believe it, but sometimes I guess honesty is the best policy.
Always.
Not always.
Can I be honest with you?
Knock yourself out.
When you put on that Veldahar, your claim to the throne supersedes anyone. Even me. I'm here to ask you that once we are done, or once you've worn it for the first time, I know the answer, Kesra, I know, but I have to hear it from your mouth. I need you to swear it that you will not take the throne.
That's the easiest request anyone's asked me in like 8 months.
Promise me right now, please.
I swear on all of my names that I have no intention of taking any throne, least of all yours.
I don't know why that was so hard to ask. Thank you. I also know wanted to know what you would plan to do with the Veldahar once you're done. Here is the thing, if the Veldahar is complete and it is not on the head of the ruler... Well, there's a faction of guards very close to the Inner Sanctum. I believe you met one of them, Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
No, Valentin. Sorry, Valentin.
The one that talked all formal and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying there could be political unrest. We have two options, and I've been doing a great deal of thinking about it. The first option is that you give the Veldahar to me. The second option is that we destroy it. Or spread it, we cannot be destroyed, or to spread it around like it was before.
I feel like this thing has a lot of fine print attached to it.
It does. I was forced to study its history as a child, and now I'm grateful that I did.
Well, did you know it has 2 things it does, apparently? Sorry, 3 if you count burning people up in a pillar of flame.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, so apparently there's a I don't fucking know what grant it's to defeat Asmodeus. You have to also bring back he who was. So apparently, not only do there's extra steps now, or doomed to repeat every 50 years or something. So it might take a little extra mileage.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh yeah, because we met. We found out where your great granddad found Quan Mal's tomb, his actual one.
You've seen his body?
Yeah. So I thought you talked to his body. There's a lot.
Well, you step away for 10 minutes and this is what happens.
Yeah, I wish I could step away for an hour, but so yeah, heard it from the big man himself that the Veldahar is to defeat Asmodeus and resurrect he who was. But we're missing something. Even if we get all the stupid stones, which we have somehow gotten,
Okay.
We're missing a piece.
What piece?
The shit. Hang on. The ruby rod
of Asmodeus.
Yeah, that one.
That's all. That's all.
That's it. You know.
Oh,
that's kind of yeah. So
Great. That's perfect. Of course.
Yeah, I know. See, that's
Spectacular.
we're on the same page now.
I'm gonna vomit.
Oh, welcome to the club, Fancy Pants. Welcome to the club. At some point, we're supposed to not only defeat him, but also defeat him while he has his personal fancy Whoozy What's It. Then take the Whoozy What's It and use it to take. Sure, you don't want to do this?
I have no choice. I know that.
Yeah.
I used to think I did. I thought I could run away from being a prince, being who I am.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, I should let you sleep. I appreciate your candor.
It's about all I got now. So.
It's just that, if I lost the throne to you, my mother would surely rise from the grave and murder me herself.
Pretty sure she's not there yet.
Yeah. Perhaps. I'll find out, won't I? Yeah. Have a good night, Kesra.
You too, Fancy Pants.
After about, I would say, 20 minutes, Areo comes back down, looking relieved.
In this time, I would have liked to have cast non-detection on Leona if she'll permit me.
Sure.
The rest of the evening is yours.
So, Adele, Leona,
Atlas.
Alexander,
Mm-hmm.
how do we tackle laying the strap? This is what we would call the mystery of chess boxing. Strategy and tactics mixed with precise strikes.
DM,
Mhm.
what do I remember about the terrain around the tower?
Rocky sand.
Okay.
For miles. You also have to remember that the tower is in Talira, near Talira, which is like a...
Oh, it's not near Quanmal. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. It's on the same continent, though. You're headed in the right direction.
We're doing better than we were. Or they're doing better than they were. It's kind of hard to say at this point.
Okay. Then I guess, what do we know about the area around Quan Mall?
The same terrain. Rocky sand.
Okay. I mean, we don't want to cause a ruckus in the city if we can avoid it. Obviously. I can give us some terrain advantages, but the shifting sand is going to erase them fairly quickly.
Alexander, that bubble that you have created in the past that we have slept underneath, can you create something like that but larger to help contain a area where we might have our conflict?
So I can't. That's about the size I can do. I I do have a spell that I could. It's honestly actually a little smaller, but it would prevent any spell casting of certain levels from hitting anyone inside it. We would be able to cast out, but it wouldn't prevent physical attacks. And I can pop up the bubble, but then I can't really do anything. Magic can't go in or out in the bubble. I can create walls like you saw at the tomb when we exited the tomb. Those last for a while. Again, concentration, but it would trap all of us. I mean, it would basically put all of us in a very tight box. Or I could maybe trap some of them inside that box.
That could be an advantage, cutting down their numbers.
Yes. I have a few other spells, but they're a little more single target. Depending on the type of things we're facing, if they're men, I might be able to hold a few of them, but
So, for the sake of brevity, we have 3 weeks. 3 weeks that y'all can take to plan. 2 weeks?
well, if we're taking 2 weeks off, we have a third week, so.
Yeah. To plan. So is there anything else that y'all would like to accomplish that we cannot offline tonight?
Before we go up, I will turn to Atlas. It was a harrowing day. I'm sorry that I acted rashly.
Are you, though? It seemed pretty on par with your attitude towards me. But do not worry. We have bigger fish to try at the moment.
Indeed. Have a good night.
You as well. Keep an eye on the shadows. Areo.
Atlas.
When you are not so weary, the longsword is not something I'm used to. Could you give me some pointers on how to use it better?
Happily.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Are we off to bed then?
Yeah. Leona is anyway.
Duh. I have to go and fight weary tiefling for some covers.
Good luck.
You retire to your rooms. Kesra, are you already sleeping by the time Alexander gets up there? I'm assuming y'all spend an hour or two planning.
Oh, yeah. No, I am knocked out, snoring. I probably didn't get, I'm completely out of armor, but definitely not, completely, in bed. Pretty sure I have a leg hanging off, one pillow's on the other side. It's just, I'm a mess, but I'm asleep.
Mindy? You look like you have something to say. You're
I
muted.
was just gonna say that Leona probably did not stick around for the entirety of the planning conversation.
Okay.
Nope, this is it.
We have one more thing that needs to happen before the session ends. Does
Uh-oh.
anybody else need to do anything before you all go to bed? Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay. Leona. Do you go to sleep right away?
I don't know. And by don't know, I mean I do not. I definitely my leaving the conversation was more of I don't know if I want to have this conversation. This planning shenanigan is a lot. It's been a long day. I'm not doing so hot. I need a nap. I imagine if I do get any sleep before Ray comes up, it is fitful and not particularly restful.
Sure. It's much easier to sleep when he's next to you.
Sure.
And so as you fall asleep, this time you falling deeper into REM sleep, you... Hold on. 1 second.
What are you reading?
Oh, that's right. Okay. That's fine. You enter a dream.
Okay.
In this dream, you find yourself in the courtyard of Ilverness. It is dark outside, but the night is lit by a beautiful pale full moon. You see all the stars in the sky. It's stunning. The lilies are in bloom. You can smell them even from your seat on a stone bench. Across the way, a figure approaches. You recognize him as Roman Kentigern. He holds in between his fingers. He's dressed in dark robes. His pitch black hair has grown out a little bit. It covers more of his face. You see his sharp blue eyes peering out from underneath them, and he holds between his fingers a dahlia.
Do I recognize it as something more than just that? What is a dahlia?
I can show you a picture.
I don't know what
A dahlia is like a multi-petaled flower that like they bloom outward. This particular dahlia is a bright red.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Great. Is he walking towards me?
Yes.
Oh. Can I get up and leave? No, I'm not gonna do that. It's fine. It's fine. I will stand, though.
Hello, darling. It has been quite some time.
So, it would seem. Am I aware that this is a dream? No,
Pretty
like
aware.
some like. Okay. Okay.
You're never going to stop.
You know me so well.
Better than most.
I would say.
And what is it exactly that you want?
From you. For you to return my affections the way you once did. He twirls the flower between his fingers, letting his fingertips brush against the petals.
And what of my companions?
They are of no matter to me. Although my superiors would prefer if I took down Kesra as well. But my priorities are clear. It's always been you, Leona.
I'm flattered, but not interested.
Are you quite sure?
I'm gonna go to walk away, pause and glance back. I'm quite sure. And I will try to leave the courtyard. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. It's not real. It's not real.
Roman appears directly in front of you.
It's a very interesting trick.
I can protect you from what is to come. Do not give an answer now, but think on it. If you come with me and resume your rightful place by my side, well, all will be forgiven, darling. And I
Such
won't.
generous.
And I won't touch your friends. He gently tucks the dahlia behind your ear. That's a good girl. And he begins to walk away.
I don't say or do anything.
Make a perception check.
Oh dear. 18.
You catch something, a glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye. Something light colored, white, maybe a smallish in the bushes next to you.
I look. What is it?
It's a broken teacup.
Does this teacup look familiar?
Yes. It is the same teacup that you served Lord Kentigern. Poison that killed him.
I'm going to pointedly turn away. Is Roman gone?
He does not appear to be around.
not. Nope. I think I'm just going to try to wake myself up with the offer still very much. Yeah.
You do manage to rouse yourself from this sleep, and as you open your eyes, you are able to recall every detail of this dream perfectly. You see Areo sleeping next to you. His curly black hair kind of a mess against the soft pillow. He has one arm draped over you, protectively.
I'm going to push some of the hair out of his face.
And then
I'm gonna cast Sending.
who's it to?
Roman.
What does it say?
I don't know if that was you or that offer was real. But if it was, is there an expiration date?
You sit in the quiet, your heart pounding in your chest. So loud you fear it might wake your fiancé. You wait with bated breath. Excuse me. Wow. Had a great moment going there, didn't I? It's fine. You wait with bated breath. And that's when you hear. Yes, Leona. That was me. And no. You can come back. Whenever. Just to make sure your friends don't come after you.
I'm gonna look back at Areo. I'm gonna remember watching Roman kill him in the span of one spell. I would. Sorry.
It's okay. What's your heart rate at?
It's actually really low because I'm holding my breath a lot. Right? Oh no, I lied. It's peaking again. It's fine. Um, um,
You can hear out of the window gentle movement of carts. It's pretty late, but not unheard of for people to be out this hour. You can hear the sound of Ray's breath. You can see the sun peeking in. I'm sorry, the moon peeking in through the window. The stars burn very brightly tonight.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave my stuff. I'm just gonna go out into the street for some fresh air. I'm not going far from the it's like just outside.
Make a stealth check.
I mean 24?
Yeah, you don't work over you.
Oh God. I'm going to. God.
Do you want to save this for next week or next time?
2 weeks from now. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's I'm going to go back upstairs to the room and yeah, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm going to start writing a note and I'm going to cast sending again.
Okay. Who are you sending?
Oh, there's so much I have to do, though. I am mid-note to Areo. This paper is probably torn out of my journal, which coincidentally has the list of all the things that I still need to do. And I'm going to cast sending to Roman. And I'm going to say, I just need a bit more time. Before I can make a decision. Is that okay?
You can almost feel the smug smirk on the other end. Yes, darling. I'll be waiting. And I think... Go ahead, Mindy.
No, that's it.
And that's where we're going to call it for tonight. We were going to be taking a 2-week break, but we will be back on August the 31st. Mark your calendars. It's gonna be a good time. We will see the repercussions of tonight. Surely. Is there anything else? We got a bunch of new stuff coming up. It's a very exciting time for Open for Adventure. Please come join us. Come hang out with us. I have just announced the cast of my new Azmoran campaign, which will be set 10 years in the past from this moment right now. It's gonna be great. I have a stupendous cast that I can't wait for you to meet them. Let's go ahead and sign off. Mindy?
Hi, I'm Mindy. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch at Miss Mindykins. That's weird. It's weird. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be hard to break. Yeah, you can find me here on Monday nights. I was gonna say Thursday nights. You can't find me on Thursday nights. But yeah, I do things on Twitter. I stream things on Twitch, and come join my class. My favorite part of tonight was love me some no, I don't. I hate it. I really, I'm gonna go for a light moment. For the heavy sessions, I like the light moments. I really liked the awkward, slightly awkward phrasing of the who's the Natsit with the Ray and Kesra.
Your room or mine?
Your room or mine. Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that little bit of lightness. Yeah.
Thank you, Mindy. Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate. I get to play Kesra on Monday nights. And you can find me everywhere on the internet at Very Pale Ale, because I'm both very white and very bitter. And my torn between Leona like stepping up and trying to get the final piece. Like she's like, all right, I said I was gonna do this, I'm gonna fucking do it. And she basically like she convinced me, so that was awesome. But also Red turning into a giant winged woman, like, here for it. Kestra's also here for it, which is very strange for her. The whole horse thing. That's me.
Don't forget to advertise Iron Battalion.
Shit, you're right. I'm gonna DM another thing on the 19th.
Oh, I did bad with that too, because I'm in that one too.
She's in it. She's in it. Wait, no, it's the other way on the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on Thursday, the 19th, I said it was in February last time, so I'm doing better already. Thursday the 19th, I will be DMing the 2nd Iron Battalion, where we see it, it's going to be great. It's going to be fine. Follow some mercenaries around while they try to do a thing.
Thanrand.
Hi, I'm Than. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Thanrand, on Twitter, and then on my own Twitch channel. And here on Open for Adventure with these pretty people. And then on Friday nights on the same channel with other pretty people. Playing an Elder Scrolls 5e game. So good. And my favorite part was absolutely Red turning into a giant winged goddess of taking Apollyon down. Yeah, that was great.
Morgan.
Everybody, I'm Morgan. I had the joy of playing Alexander tonight. You can find me here on Mondays and on Twitter at NecroAlexander. And my favorite part of tonight was, I think, the kind of lighthearted aftermath chat that Kesra and Alexander had.
And last but not least.
Hello, I am Tony, and you can find me everywhere on the internet as Capt Lagrange. Ooh, man, so many good things tonight. So many. But my personal favorite thing from tonight was that very very last part with the conversations with Leona and Roman. Oh, the seeds of discord, how I love them. Camille?
Hi everybody, I'm Camille. You can find me on Twitter at CamilleDoesDND. You can also find the channel on Twitter at OpenTheNumber4Adventure. I had a great time being the Dungeon Master tonight. I have a great time being Dungeon Master every night because these people are amazing. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it was incredible. I make dice trays, but my shop is on hiatus right now because I'm tired. But yeah, I do other stuff too, like Sunday Friends. I run Sunday Friends, and on Sundays at 3 o'clock Central Standard Daylight, whatever time. And then I also am starting this new Aspirin campaign on September 5th. Hey, I'm good at this. I'm also almost done with this mimosa. Ah! Oh my gosh. What has Grayson done to me? If you... I also do parties, I guess. I don't know. If you like what you see here, please come and find ways to support us, whether it's following us on Twitter, following us on Twitch, subscribing if you can. If you are ever in this channel, as just a follower, you are more than likely to be gifted a sub, so don't be surprised if that happens. Please consider continuing your gift subs if that does happen. And check out our Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, hey Mindy!
Hey, y'all. Let's give a shout out to our warm fuzzies.
Yeah.
We have Bill Chavez.
Bill
Chavez.
We have Christina.
Christina.
Guildmaster Sam.
Sam.
We have Quincy. We have Andrew, Fellow to the Table, Bay of
Gifts.
We have Gamer
Gamer.
And we have PJ.
Those are our warm fuzzies. We love you lots and lots.
Thank you for supporting us.
making all of this possible.
And on that note, we will see y'all back here. I'm sorry, Tony, did you need to say something?
Nope.
Oh, you just had your finger up. I was like,
Just dancing.
just giving me some. Okay. We'll see y'all on the 31st. Take care of yourselves. Watch other Open for Adventure shows. Support your favorite streamers. We will see y'all next time. Okay, bye.